Hey everybody, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. So on my last behind the scenes video, I shared this box and said it was a memorabilia box, and you guys were interested in seeing me organize it. So we are going to tackle it, and I'm going to quickly discover that this box is not all memorabilia. I don't know why I stuffed in a bunch of other stuff, but I'm starting off just going piece by piece and seeing how I can sort things into different piles. I know that I have my post-it notes and I'm going to write what each envelope is. I'm aiming for envelopes to be trips and then page protectors to be Project Life things that I can put in Project Life, either scan or let go. But I come across my memorabilia from my trip to Washington to see my friend Erica, and I have a bag and a map, and it's too big to go in a pouch. So I use a page protector, then I take a binder clip and I clip them together. And I feel like that was a really smart choice because now everything can stay together. And I know that it belongs together. So that works really good. I'm also going to put things in chronological order later on. And I also found a clear bin and this magic wand. I have no idea. And a bookmark, Lego instructions. I don't know what happened, but this was not the intention of this box. So I'm glad that I am going through it now and figuring out what I want to do with each of these pieces, because this box is only intended to be mostly my memorabilia. And I think I've mentioned a few times, because I'm very excited, I have a scanner now. So this is kind of what's prompting this, is that I can scan some of these items and then get rid of them or add them in, whichever I want. I also found a pile of photos in this box, and I kept the ones that I think I want to use or that I could potentially use down the road. I found these postcards from a summer trip, so I got out my Hobonichi and put it behind me, so that way I knew the dates, and then I could put it in the pouches. The pouches were from really old Studio Calico kits, because the kits used to come in those. Same thing with Ali Edwards, used to come in these pouches as well. So I would just grab a pouch and then write the dates of the trip, including the year and where we went. And that way it was helpful when I was going back to organize everything chronologically. And I did wind up with some pieces that I'm not gonna save, and that's totally okay. And you will see those as I get there. I just put in another bag for Legoland, but realized I needed a bigger pouch. So I just swapped two pouches, so that way they all have the appropriate sized pouch that they need to fit everything in. And I'm also glad that I'm doing this, because as I was going through this and realizing that we had 3 really huge summer trips, I'm not sure if I put all the memorabilia in this particular box. So I'm glad that it's organized now, and that way if I continue to organize my space, I can have a good and correct and efficient home for the various pieces. And like this piece, I know that this was on a trip, and I saved it from a really cool restaurant we went to, but I can't remember where. I'm going to set it aside and ask my husband if he remembers, because I really loved that restaurant, but I just can't remember which trip it was on. Same thing with some wristbands that I found. I didn't write a date. I didn't add a post-it note, so I will probably just have to throw those away. I only had a pamphlet for a trip we took to, I think, the Redwoods, so I just needed to check the dates on that, but I think I got them mostly right. This is a receipt from my birthday, and so I started to notice that this little section right here is all things from my birthday, so I went ahead and made a page protector full of things from my birthday, and then I can scan those, because I actually made a scrapbook layout that on the left-hand side is going out to the restaurant with my husband, and then on the right side I left blank so I could add some of those screenshots or the things that people gave me. So those will be perfect to add right there, or even insert like a copy of the card. So that'll be really nice to include. I also found a chunk of Valentine's cards that some students gave me last year, so I went ahead and put that into a page protector as well. Found some tissue paper. I don't know where it came from, and so I'm gonna have to get rid of it because I just can't remember. Also found a lot of pieces that I can use for Project Life, like an ice cream sticker and some doodles, and then lots of extra pouches that I could potentially use. I even found this really cool like list right here that I was just touching. It's actually like instructions for what was going on during the few days that I was gone for a trip to see my friend Erica, to first meet her in 2023, I believe. And I left instructions for my husband because my son was having high school orientation and there was some back to school shopping. And I found those lists. And so I was able to write a note on them. And now I can kind of scan them and include them in Project Life when I get to those spreads. So I thought that that was really cool to have those. I also have a really big pouch for the trip that I took to Missouri with my family, and in the back these are a little bit more organized because I actually took the time to grab a pouch and stuff all the stuff in there. It's stuff from a Fort Bragg trip, and that one that we took for Fort Bragg, that was 2023, and I took it with my in-laws, so that one I also needed to check the dates on because I didn't want to go get the correct planner to figure out the dates. But I like how I had those few pouches in the way back and I could kind of figure out the origin of them, and I had everything corralled. There's a good word. And in the very back was some magazine clippings. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. Then I had a giant paper bag, and I believe that's from the Missouri trip. Again, I will have to check that. I kind of made a list for myself as I was working on this of like what different things that I needed to check. I'm grabbing the pouches and page protectors that I have all done, and I'm putting them in chronological order. I also have these wristbands. I decided to keep them for the moment because I might be able to use them, you know, for when I document when we went to Great Wolf Lodge, because we went a few times and now the kids are older. So I could potentially just make like a 4x6 album and include those. And now I'm going through that little 4x6 tray that I am pretty sure is a lot of stickers that I used for journaling around summertime and then never cleared them out or sorted them. You know how I have a bigger box now and I sort them out each monthly, but apparently I did not with my summer stuff. I also found some clothing tags, and unfortunately I don't know if they came from this past August or, you know, a different month when we started school. That's a hilarious meme that I just showed you. But anyways, with those clothing tags, I'm probably just going to get rid of them because I didn't keep a date or anything. Another wristband, I was trying to look at the date. You know, it's not worth my time to go through my camera roll and try to remember what events we went to that had a wristband. It's just not worth it. With the Great Wolf Lodge, it has the symbol on it, so that helps. But just a general wristband, no point in keeping it. So I've sorted out the stickers by summer and then a bunch of quotes. So the summer can go in my printable stickers drawer, and then the quotes, I don't know where I'm going to put the quotes right now. I have to figure out a place to put them. So I am going to make a Project Life folder for 2023 and 2024. I don't know if I have one for 2022. That might be in a separate cubby. So like I said, I have a list of other things that I can do to kind of fine tune this box and make it even more effective. But for right now, this is an amazing start and I'm really happy with it. I have a few more pieces. As you can see, those clothing tags are going to get chucked. I have the solar glasses from 2024 and also something from my work during Christmas time. So I'm sorting out 2 more piles, and I'm noticing the piles are going to go in 3 different places. Project Life, one of the 2 years that I'm working on, and then also a work memorabilia, because I will probably scan it and then add photocopies to my me album, because I'm not sure where to put all of those items. That's been kind of tricky and why I've just kind of like hoarded them. And besides, I love all the sweet notes that my students give me. They're just the best. So I save those, and then now I just gotta decide what I'm gonna do with them. So I start to put 2023 in a page protector and realize that I already have a 2023 page protector. So I just take those out and put it into 2023. And then 2024 needs its own page protector. So I actually have a lot of great stuff that I can add into my Project Life pages. I think it's just more towards the latter part of the year, at least for 23. And I put down at the bottom scan and add in. Scan or, add in. Which one? Pick one. I wanted to leave a note so that way I would know that I need to make a decision. This one, I put the school year, which was 23 to 24, and that way I know it's like my first year of students and not this year's kiddos. So I have that, and I can add that into my box as well. I also found some really old stuff, like I think I put 2020 and prior. Like there was a 7-Eleven receipt when my husband sent me some candy because I had a preteen house full of boys, and my husband's like, you need some treats. So I have that receipt, and I have a book my mother-in-law made with my son when he was a preschooler. So I'm definitely going to scan that and save that. I have another pamphlet from a national park, and so I put that in another folder that said it's done, it's scanned. I just need to figure out where it's going to live or if it has a memorabilia folder. So now I'm going to bring it all back together and kind of show you what I wound up with. So in the front is going to be the done section, the done scanned, and then I'll start with 2020, 2023 Project Life, 2024 Project Life, the wristbands, that bag, my work year, and then all the different trips that I have, all done in chronological order. So I think, like I said, I think that this is a fantastic start, and scanning really isn't that hard. So there you go. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing my box and me sorting it through. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. All right, have a great day. Bye.